The new channel. See the new. The new channel. See the new. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. My name is Lloyd Luna and this is The Big Picture. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, wherever you're watching from around the world. Good evening from the beautiful Philippines. Shoutout kaagad, Attorney Sheila San Diego. My mom and my dad watching from Australia. It's July 24, Friday. Kumusta po ang inyong biyahe pa uwi? Thank God it's Friday. Tomorrow is weekend. For those of you who are tuned in watching TNC, please do share our live stream link and also you can organize a watch party para po mas maraming makapanood ng inyong families, associates, no? Because tonight is a very inspiring night dahil nagdala tayo ng inspirational figure. Miss Universe po, dating Miss Universe yata. Itatanong natin dito. May reaction na po kakagad. Sige po. Tatanong natin mamaya kung totoo nga yung chismis. Kung Miss Universe ba o hindi. Kung Miss Universe, anong taon, di ba? Alright, but we all are pumped up. Mukhang bumabalik na po ang dating normal dahil bumabalik na po ang dating traffic. But then again, ano magagawa? Adjust, and ingat. Because ang banta po ng COVID-19 ay hindi pa rin nawawala. At tulad ng alam niyo na, tumataas pa rin po ang kaso ng positibo sa disease na ito. Shoutout po kay Miss Jovi Linsangan Moreno na magkakaroon po ng show dito sa TNC sa August. Maraming salamat sa pagtutok, Ma'am Joey. Kumusta inyong Orange Salon dyan po sa Nueva Ecija? Ha? Okay naman, marami nang nagpapagawa. May sata nila yung pagpapa-beauty sa quarantine. Hindi naman porke hindi ka nakakalabas ng bahay, dapat is hindi ka beautiful. I think kailangan beautiful ka pa din, whether nasa loob or nasa labas ka ng bahay. Amen? But good, if you have questions, comments, or suggestions, please do write them down sa ating comment stream dyan po sa ibaba ng inyong screen if you are watching through a cell phone. At kung kayo po nasa computer, nasa right side niyo po yata yung comment stream natin, ha? Ibang iba na po ang Friday natin ngayon. Hindi na kagaya dati, yung Friday na you are out, dining with friends, having drinks. Ngayon is talagang uwi mo na ng bahay at manood na lang ng Netflix. Pero kami po syempre ang inyong date every night naman dito sa TNC. So bago kayo mag-Netflix, at least 7 to 8, ay manood muna kayo ng The Big Picture, ha? Tapos mamaya is meron tayong TNC Marketplace. So ito po yung mga displaced na basarista natin. Ginawan po natin ng program ng show dito sa TNC. So we can help our micro-entrepreneurs in their business. Kailangan po nila ng mga platform where they can sell. And so TNC came up with TNC Marketplace. Marami po kayo ditong mabibili ng mura, mura, pero may quality naman. Because we brought yung mga basaristas po, barista. Iba pala yung barista. Mga basarista po na legitimate talaga. Ito po yung nag-exhibit at nagbibenta na sa mga malls. So hopefully you can support TNC Marketplace 10 to 11 p.m. pagkatapos po ng The Big Picture, ha? Hello, Rhea. Hello, Eliza. Nasa Toyota ka pa, Eliza? Oo, si Rhea, nasa to success pa siguro ito. Oo. But maraming salamat sa pagtutok. Again, comment, share, react sa atin pong live stream for tonight. Very happy this morning. 10:30, I delivered the keynote speech doon po sa Executive Assistants and Secretaries Summit. So virtual summit for executive assistants and secretaries. So I gave a 1.5 hour of motivational speech. So akin pong shinare is my transformational journey or journey of transformation. Kayo po ba napansin niyo that during the quarantine up to until now, there came a transformation sa buhay ninyo? That this is very important because transformation happens whether we like it or not, whether we are aware or not, transformation happens. So I shared my personal journey from being a bum since March 15 until April 24. And the transformation started for me on April 25 when I first did a live stream, ito pong The Big Picture. And from The Big Picture, one show, naging dalawang show, nagkaroon ng isang channel called TNC. And now we are very lucky because meron tayong a guest ngayon na mag-i-inspire din sa atin dun sa kanya namang personal story kung paano niya navigate at ina-navigate itong future. Na-navigate kung ano yung na-navigate niya na and then kung ano pa yung ina-navigate niya. I think education sector is one of the hard-hit sectors as well. So, paano ba ginagawa? Especially preschool. We're talking about preschool education. So, hopefully, makapag-join kayo ng discussion. If you have questions, please do send them in. At tatanong natin sa guest, ha? Para konti lang yung matanong ko. Tulungan niyo ako, guys. This is English speaking interview. Tissue, please. Sana lang wag ako mag-collapse, no? Apple, ha? Sana wag ako mag-collapse. But anyway, naghanda po ako ng tubig if in case. Alright, headlines mula po muna sa The Manila Times. Bongo bats for vaccine program. Breathing, talking can spread virus according to experts. Malaysia stops paying Sultanate of Sulu. Wow. Government bans non-essential travel abroad. Lockdowns unlikely. Jokno. According to the Asian Development Bank, worst may be over for PH economy. Duterte to certify Bayanihan 2 as urgent, according to the palace. Government eyes antigen testing. US boosts ties with PH to sustain peace. Subic tourism reopens door to new normal. Navota's swab team contracts COVID-19. And Manila opens second walk-in testing center. All right, headlines presented to you by the Manila Times. For more news and information, please go to manilatimes.net or download their application at digitaledition.manilatimes.net. Ready na ba kayo ma-meet ang ating Miss Universe for tonight? Preschool teacher, educator, and founder of Playworks Early Childhood Centers. Ladies and gentlemen, with me tonight is teacher Gabby Roa-Limjoco. Hello, teacher. Maraming salamat sa pagpunta dito sa The Big Picture. Ayan, nautal na ako aga-aga. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me. Good evening to everybody.
Opo, sobrang saya namin dahil nandito ka. Although hindi ko masabing masaya ako. Kasi may hirapan. Oo. Yun. Maraming salamat again dito. It's a pleasure that you have given time for us to get this interview with you. Wow. First question that I normally ask is, how do you do?
How do I do? Well, I was
Doon muna tayo
wow.
sa easy. And then, intermediate. Yeah.
Konti-konti. Then, nung time yung ECQ, when it started, I moved out of Makati. So, I was living in Makati, and then when the ECQ, right before the ECQ shut down, I moved to Lipa in the province. So, actually, kakabalik ko lang in Makati for this, to make sure that I have good Wi-Fi to meet you.
Oh, wow. That part nakaka-touch siya na. Yung mga ganyan. Pero feeling ko hindi ko para dito. Feeling ko para sa business mo. bakit
Yun din, to share.
Bakit ka nagpunta ng province? Pwede mo sagutin, pwedeng hindi. But bakit ka nagpunta ng province nung may news na about ECQ?
That time kasi, inaayos pa yung house namin. So they were renovating our house. Hindi kami makabalik kasi hindi pa tapos. And then, syempre, ECQ. So they couldn't finish the work. So instead of staying locked into a condo where we were temporarily staying, we decided to we have a house in the province to stay there. And it was really the best decision. Sobrang sarap doon. No worry. Sabi ko nga parang, I'm gonna forget to wear a mask, to put alcohol, kasi it was sobrang worry-free there. Pero nasa bukid na talaga kami.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Amazing. Was it the first time na bumalik ka sa province to enjoy the, yung setting na provincial?
First time to live there that long. I mean, pumupunta kami once a month, sometimes hardly even once a month, pero to live there for 4 straight months.
Yeah.
Talagang, yeah, it was so nice to be there. The
Fresh air,
area,
fresh air.
sobrang fresh air. Kasi nga talagang, even if Lepa is a city, we were outside of the city. So, mga 30 minutes away. So, yeah, nature, and it was easy because even like when we got home, my, parang, ay, kailangan ng patis. Hindi na katulad noon, may sari-sari store kami sa labas na okay lang. Wala nang sari-sari store dito. Yeah.
That's nice. But how was your emotional ride when, first few days siguro or few weeks? Because normally, nag-guest dito sa show, like, very curious kasi ako, when they first heard about it, the first thing that came into mind, sa business nila especially, and then the emotional ride that they had to go through from the beginning of the ECQ.
Okay, yeah. I'm the type kasi na I go on panic mode. And when it's panic mode, it's just like step 1, 2, 3. So it's not it wasn't really like an emotional thing. I wasn't so worried pa. Actually, syempre nung start, parang hindi mo ma-comprehend na nasa mind mo 2 weeks lang to. Okay, 2 weeks lang. Nung time na yon, we were about to close the school year. So that was about March 9 that schools had to stop. And we were gonna have our moving up day on March 31. Parang ina-expect pa namin na, yeah, we're gonna have our moving up day on March 31. So, I guess it happened gradually, and talagang, well, I'm more steady kasi. And if I feel like panic, then I start just writing down, okay, step 1, 2, 3, itong gagawin ko. So, but like, yung sinasabi mo kanina na parang, I had to bum for mga 2 weeks. Na wala mo nang ginagawa. I mean, just like the basic things, but talagang for 2 weeks, nothing. And then after that, I got into a routine and back to like doing forward planning.
It's what a comfort for me na narinig ko na meron ding kagaya ko na, this
I think madami.
It is, what I did, Netflix and Netflix. I mean,
correct.
I didn't normally do that, because busy as we all are sa business. Talagang, I think that was the first time na I had to sleep 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And by the way, nag-iingat pa ako dun sa mga K-drama na pinanood ko.
Ako nga sa downloaded K-drama nga lang eh.
Kasi dun sa promise na may kompleto naman, walang gadget, connection, internet, data.
No, nung time na yon, data lang. Tapos
Data
sobrang hina pa ng signal. So hanap ng provider ng Wi-Fi. And then nakahanap ako ng parang mga prepaid. But of course, it's not stable.
Yeah, I can imagine kung ano yung frustration the first few days. Like,
super! Wi-Fi is life!
Yeah, Wi-Fi is life. yun lang yung makakasatisfy sa'yo. Aircon, you told us, aircon and Wi-Fi. And,
hindi naman. Hindi kailangan ng aircon. Okay, doon. It's always windy. Kahit mainit, parang may wind pa rin.
Tell us something about your company, how it started, and your journey. Why put it up?
So our preschool is Playworks. I put it up in 2004. So actually, this is our 16th school year.
2004?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. High school ako nun eh. High school.
Ay, ganon? Hindi siguro kasi kilala ko na si Apple nun eh.
Okay. College.
Yeah. So, we started in 2004. My partner, Lisa, we were parang magkasama kami. We were co-teaching in another preschool in Alabang. And then we put up, we were actually partners with that preschool first. So we put up our school in Makati as a branch, and then they moved on. And there, we continued on with the preschool. I always knew I wanted to be in preschool. Bata pa lang, like, actually, lahat ng teachers na tanungin mo, nung bata yung nilalaro nila parating teacher. So, I've always been like that. But when I was in grade 7 ata, I volunteered sa preschool ng cousin ko. And from then on, I was so sure na ito na yung gagawin ko. So from grade 7, every summer after that, nagbo-volunteer ako kahit anong preschool hinahanap ko to ask them to take me in. And as a volunteer teacher, so high school pa lang ako, so they would let me join as a volunteer teacher. And so I kind of knew na my path.
But there must be some sort of a trigger when you decided and you were sure that yun yung gusto mo. Meron man trigger?
Well, in that time sa school ng cousin ko, they would parang play-based siya. So, sobrang fun ng class nila and the way they were making things and building things. What I remember so much is they were learning about alligators and nag-build sila ng alligator using a cardboard box. Tapos yung teeth ng alligator was yung egg carton. So, I was just so amazed with that. And the kids were so responsive. I really enjoyed being with the kids. So, yeah, that was the trigger. And then the next year, I volunteered in another preschool in Makati. And there was a child with special needs. And I enjoyed being able to connect with that child. So I think those two experiences really paved the way.
Does it run in your blood, yung pagiging educator? Or
No.
No.
No, ako lang. Yeah. Well, I had my tita, she was really, parang passion niya, but she never really put up anything. But she was the one. It's her daughter, actually, who was in preschool at that time. And she was the one who said, volunteer and do a few days in the preschool. So
how did the family react when, they saw you, that you are pursuing this path?
Okay naman. My parents were okay. They were super supportive. If you notice, I always, in my name, I put my maiden name. And I always say, tatlong letter lang yan. My dad supported me. He funded my dream to have a preschool. Hindi pwedeng mawala yung name niya. So yeah, he was super supportive naman.
Yeah, good. Kasi normally my preference is yung parents natin, di ba? Like for me, for example, mag-engineering ka. Nanonood yata tayo nanay tatay ko, baka magalit sa akin. But in your case, at least good. Although they supported me, meron din kasi akong ibang gusto. So, it didn't work out yung engineering part. So, I became this author, speaker, and now, producer, and then host ng live stream show. That is a cable
Iba na
show.
yung ine-engineer mo.
Iba na. As in, mas maganda naman. At least walang mathematics and things like that. The only numbers you deal with is the profit and loss.
Yes, sana walang loss.
Sana walang loss. But it's good. So the first few years ng business, what was or what were the challenges that you had to go through?
Of course, it's really always getting your name out there. Syempre, these people are handing their children to you. They're leaving their children with you. So it's helping them to trust you. And kahit na preschool lang kami, na until 5 years old, a lot of times, the parents are really thinking forward. Parang, makakapasok ba ng Harvard yung anak ko? So it's also the pressure of making sure that you meet their expectations, that kasi we're a play-based preschool. So at that time, hindi pa masyadong popular yon. And to really help parents to understand that they're learning through play. And it's gonna happen.
Exactly, teacher. Lumaki ako, not sure kung lumaki talaga ako, 5'5" lang ako. But parang pag sinasabi nila, tigilan mo na yung paglalaro, mag-aral ka. The mindset, no? Tigilan mo yung paglalaro, mag-aral ka. So, habang lumalaki, iniisip mo na iba yung paglalaro sa pag-aaral. At pag naglaro ka is hindi ka matututo. Pag nag-aaral ka, matututo ka. So, ito yung sinasabi mo na mentality na you had to, parang ito yung naging isa sa mga kailangan nyo pang
Yeah.
i-resolve to be able to sell the school.
True. Correct. Kasi, yeah, parang ganun. Parang, even in our mind, pag maglalaro ka lang pag recess na. So, kung hindi recess, there's no time to play. So, it's really helping parents to understand, most especially for children below 8 years old. So, from birth to 8 years old, yun talaga yung best way that children learn is through play. And there's so many things that they learn in one activity lang. Parang, ang favorite example ko parati is when they're going to cook. For example, magluluto sila ng pancake. Siyempre, i-measure nila yon. So, math na yon. They're learning about measurements, counting. Siyempre, susundan nila yung recipe. So, that's already literacy. And minsan, ginagawa lang namin siya na parang drawing. It's already part of learning how to read. It's a step to learning how to read. And then, imimix mo yon. So, makikita mo na kanina, parang it was powder. Ngayon, it's already all mixed together. It's liquid, and then when you put it in heat, it changes again. So, hindi naman talagang parang ina-articulate mo na isa-isang nangyayari yon, or binibigay namin yung scientific terms na solid, liquid, ganyan. Pero, they understand it. The kids understand, and parang they are able to grasp the concept.
Kung alam ko lang, Teacher Gabby, na sa pagluluto is napag-aralan mo na lahat ng subjects mo, dapat nag-chef na lang or something. Nandiyan pala lahat. Okay, good. But in terms of education, when you started, is this something na parang tingin mo is madali nilang ma-adapt at matatanggap? Like you were looking but 2-3 years na okay na kayo, and when can you say na naging okay na kayo, parang tuloy-tuloy na, medyo mas smooth na yung Playworks?
Actually, we had rin talaga a certain market na yun, naiintindihan talaga nila. So it started off with word of mouth. Yung first month namin, when we opened, 8 lang yung students namin. 2 pa doon, pamangkin ko. So, 6 na lang yon. Pero within the year, we were able to grow the school to almost 40.
Wow!
In that 10 months. So, yeah, it's really word of mouth. And I think what I'm most proud of with us is the relationship. So, the relationship between us, the directresses, we're all teachers. So, naiintindihan talaga namin yung child development. It's not just like for profit and loss. I mean, of course, it's important to keep it going, pero mas important pa rin yung relationship between family, that community. And I always tell the teachers that sila talaga, it's the teachers that make up the school. So, yun, yung relationships namin with the families, that they are so willing to tell other friends. So we were able to grow quickly and to establish ourselves because of that.
Okay, so you can safely say na yung word of mouth din talaga yung marketing strategy na ginawa niyo. So there are no others like other marketing platform.
Yeah, syempre that time, social media wasn't really, wala pa. Pero yeah, it's really from parents just telling their friends and other parents.
Good, sige. So I'm going to ask you about the changes and the shifts in education. The way you're doing it now certainly has changed. Marami akong tatanong tungkol sa'yo dyan, but we have to pause for a commercial break kasi kailangan namin din trabaho, ma'am, ha? The big picture winner, lamang po kayo, walang alisan.
Since I got my new place, I've enjoyed every single day here. Hotel-like amenities, attentive staff, resort-style living, all in a premium location. So life here is easy and convenient. That's why I invested in another unit. I can earn more, and they can enjoy the very same things I enjoy at home. What a life! So much more rewarding. So much more to life. SMDC.
Welcome back! You're still watching The Big Picture on the new channel. Bago ko balik ang ating Miss Universe na guest, na hindi natin na-confirm kung Miss Universe nga. Mamaya tatanong natin. At paalala nyo, maraming salamat, Gas Roa. OMG, she's so beautiful. Partida po yan, ha? Hindi pa po full yung lighting ng Teacher Gabby. Mas maliwanag pa yung ilaw ko dito sa aking home studio sa kanya. So partida yun, Sir Gas. Please tell her I say hi. O yun. Ito po. Mamaya, ibabalik ko siya. Carmine Ortega says, good evening. Mika Yambao, hi tita. O yan, no? Michelle Aguirre, Playworks. Maricar Gustilo de Ocampo. Congratulations daw, Teacher Gabby. Oo. Ang spelling niya ay B-I-E. Ang spelling na totoo po ay B-B-Y. Wrong spelling po kayo, ma'am. Jen Rosario, Sir Lloyd, and TNC viewers, good evening. And yun, marami pa ditong nagko-comment, hindi ko na mabasa. Dahil bago kayo, nice lang pala ako because you know, it's English. Bago kayo balik ang ating guest, please do support, watch, and love our other shows dito po sa TNC. Of course, ang nightly date ninyo ay The Big Picture with me. HR Hotline streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 12 noon. iBusiness streaming from Texas and Tennessee. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time po yan. Bale, next day sa atin is 9:30 a.m. The Fourth Project with Bob Kilapio, Wednesday and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Dubai time. And then 11 p.m. po yan sa atin. U-Turn, Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30. The Home Buyer, Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. The Puppet Stories, Tuesdays and Fridays at 5. TNC Marketplace, Thursdays and Fridays at 10. So mamaya po, alas 10 ng gabi, huwag kayong mag-relax na muna kayo, then balik kayo sa TNC after this show. TNC The Talk, 2 speakers given 20 minutes every Monday, 12 p.m. And then, ilo-launch po namin by July 29 after shift with Shino and Trisha, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. And we have a TNC Town Hall, so special streaming for you, galing po sa amin because we want to really hear from you. The world premiere of TNC Town Hall will happen on August 1, Saturday at 9 p.m. So our co-founder of TNC Apple and myself will be there in the stream para po kunin ang pulso ninyo. Ano yung mga suggestions, comments ninyo, ano yung mga developments, improvements na kailangan namin gawin dito sa channel para mas mag-enjoy kayo. And at the same time, we're going to bring in per show or per episode, 1 or 2 guests. Na yung guest po namin ay host ng isa sa mga TNC shows. So titingnan namin kung paano kasi marami nangyari sa backstage na hindi po ninyo nakikita. So sa TNC Town Hall, makikita po ninyo or may papalabas namin yung mga bloopers namin. So sana manood po kayo. August 1 po yung launching. O, sige, balik ko na. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Universe 2004, Teacher Gabby Roa-Limjoco.
Hi, again. Saan ba galing yung Miss Universe?
Hindi ko alam kasi maraming nagagandahan dito sa'yo. So, binabasa ko lang. Tinatanong nila kung anong year ka daw nanalo Miss Universe. Hindi ko naman masagot. Although yun din yung question ko. Have you ever considered joining pageants?
No.
No. Okay, next question. Ayan, basahin mo. Hindi kasi kita mo, pati yung pagharap mo sa camera, naka-side view. So parang feeling ko umi-squala ka or something.
Talaga?
Hindi umi-squala, ma-angle.
Yan.
Ma-angle, So dapat pala medyo nakaganon din ako, no? Para... Okay, and si Sir Gas, please tell her I say hi. Okay, let's talk about the shift, how different it is now than prior to this global pandemic?
Mahirap talaga siya for preschool, especially yung type ng preschool namin kasi nga it's really about hands-on, like exploration and for them to really experience things. So yung type ng class namin, hindi siya yung puro parang writing, worksheets, drills na pwede mo namang i-email lang. So, challenge talaga siya to find a way to keep the learning going, but with the screen in between us. And made moments na nagpapanik ako about what's gonna happen. Especially for preschool kasi pwede namang mo papasukin eh. Unlike pag on campus, syempre, it gives the families at least 2 to 3 hours while the child is with us. Pero ngayon, they're all at home. So, madaming nag-opt talaga na to keep their kids off the screen. And then, syempre, before, ang daming talk about masama yung gadget use for young kids. And then now, yun lang yung option. So, there was so much to think about. And at that time nga, we were almost at the end of our school year. So, merong pang ilang days. Classes stopped on March 9. Hanggang March 31 pa kami. So, we really had to move quickly and find a way to suddenly and to continue what we were providing for the families right away.
Mm-hmm. Oo nga, no, kasi kailangan yung physically, di ba? Kailangan yung physical presence when you do your plaything, di ba? So ngayon, have you ever anticipated or imagined prior na kung magkaganito, meron kayong parang nakaabang na online strategy?
Never. I mean, we don't even use gadgets in our classroom. The most
really?
Our iPads to play music. So, no way, parang never namin in-imagine na ito yung mangyayari. And sobrang back to basics kami sa classroom. Talagang lahat hands-on. I mean, we use gadgets to support, but very minimally. And for children 2 and below, they don't use gadgets. So, in the classroom. So, we really had to do some research, to go back to understand what do we value, what do we want to do, what is our philosophy, and how are we going to keep on doing what we do based on what we believe in, what young children are like, what are they learning.
Right. So, but did you give in? Because ito lang yung way ngayon, I mean, remote, on screen. So, nag-give in na kayo dun sa idea na you have to adapt. So, use technology to still continue kung ano man yung mission ninyo.
Yes, dahil I told you kanina, relationship. So talagang important pa rin yung relationship namin with the kids. Yun yung primary. Na hindi pwedeng biglang nawala na lang. Kasi wala rin silang preparation. Yesterday, they went to school. The next day, wala na. And hindi lang nawala yung school, hindi pa sila makalabas ng house. So they were stuck at home. And a lot of our students live in condos. So it was really a big challenge for them to try to understand parang what was happening. So we had to go online to continue that relationship. Important yung routine ng kids na every day meron silang something that they're looking forward to. So we wanted to make sure to continue that. At that time, we thought it was 2 weeks lang. So, okay.
How did you do that shift? I mean, nag ganun kabilis when you never anticipated or prepared for it. So, paano yung mabilisan training with your, yung mga teachers mo?
What sila nag-training sa akin? Ang galing nila. We worked as a team. I went back to on the back end, I looked at my philosophy. I reflected on what I believe in, what our curriculum was. And my partners and our teachers were the ones doing research and finding what apps we can use to help the kids.
Grabe yun, no? Yung ayaw na ayaw mong gawin. Parang, yung turn around na parang hindi pa pwede yan. Wala mo na mga gadget and then tara, gadget na tayo.
But I did naman some research muna.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And then how fast can you do the research about that? Kung wala, hindi ko alam kung gusto kong itanong.
Since it's a global pandemic, parang the education industry around the world, we're helping each other. So, yeah. So there was a lot of information available.
Mm. But how did the families, the parents respond na, o di ba yung offering ninyo face-to-face, ngayon hindi na pwede, gadget. So how did they respond? I mean, as a community ng mga parents?
Sa umpisa, go lang. They were willing to go online because, again, everybody just thought it was for a few weeks. And then we took a break. And then in April, we had, again, a lot of families trying it out. But I guess by that time, medyo nahimay na, parents started to understand their kids better. They started to see na mukhang long-term na to. So there are those talaga na they prefer na hindi mag-online, no gadgets. There are some who are okay. They figured out a way to make it work. And yung maganda is that they are so willing to give us feedback. So immediately, pag nag-feedback sila, pag may sinabi silang hindi nila nagustuhan, nag-a-adjust rin kami kasi we're all learning.
Yeah.
But to respond to the other families, we also developed a new curriculum, like a homeschool curriculum for those
Wow!
who don't want to do online.
I can imagine your last 3 months. I mean, really, if I own a school such as yours, this is preschool, this is not, hindi ito yung mga mature thinking na. Yung nga mga mature thinking, di ba? Elementary, for example, di ba? Para meron na silang reservation, hesitation about this face-to-face, etc. And what more yung sa inyo na preschool. So, yeah, buti na lang hindi yan yung business ko.
Teamwork.
Yeah, but amazing how you did your strategy at the same time facing. Parang you're trying to solve something and you're trying to move forward. Parang ganun hati, Meron kasi solve dito and then meron kang dapat forward thinking strategy in order for you to sustain it. So that's kind of huge shift, 'di ba? Hindi siya yung basta shift lang na meron ka lang binago. So hindi yung curriculum niyo ba dati is yun pa din ngayon or yung execution yung naiba?
Pareho pa din kasi yung curriculum namin is really child-centered. So naka-base kami sa interest ng mga bata. Ang naiba lang ngayon is instead na kami lang na teachers yung nag-observe for the most part of the class, we now rely a lot on the feedback of the parents or the yayas, their caregivers na nagpapadala sila ng pictures, videos, or mga short kwento para naiintindihan rin namin yung interests and what the children want to learn. And the teachers, again, have been so good at, because we use an app, and ang galing nila na na-observe nila yung mga bata kasi may one teacher na siya yung magli-lead ng class, she's the one who does all the singing. Tapos yung second and other teachers is usually there's more than 2. Sila yung nag-observe. Pinapanood nila yung kids, yung mga reactions nila. And then, what's nice is because we record it, nire-review nila. Binabalikan nila yung mga recording nila. And just from facial expression, or even pag hindi nagpa-participate, but hindi siya nag-participate. And so we're able to get more information about the kids and their interests. So yung core ng curriculum namin being child-centered and based on the interests of the children, nandun pa rin.
Okay.
But now we are also really partnering with the parents and our home partners, the yayas or their other primary caregivers.
So how much commission do you give them? Because they are now partners. The yayas and the parents.
Love and support.
Hinati yung trabaho. Pero seriously, may change ba dun sa fee na nababayaran because it's now online? You can just say yes or no. You can also not answer the question.
May difference talaga, pero hindi naman super big. I know a lot of parents expect na malaki yung difference sa tuition, but in a preschool or in a school, your biggest expense are your teachers. So kahit na online kami, hindi pa naman sila nawawala, yung teachers. And yung difference kasi ng program namin is, yes, you have to help us, the parents have to help us, pero kami na nagbibigay ng activity. Hindi mo na iniisip kung ano pa yung gagawin nyo today. I-implement nyo na lang yon. And a lot of it, it's the teachers plan things na kaya naman gawin ng kids on their own. So,
Good.
safe.
Grabe. Pwede ka rin mag-lawyer, Teacher Gabby, kasi magaling ka din dumipensa Oo. I just ask kasi nga, di ba, dati, mindset ng pamilyang Pilipino, parents particularly, parang tinanggal nila yung responsibility nila doon sa mga bata. So, go to school, kasi nasa work kami. And then ngayon, because of the pandemic, binalik yung mga bata doon sa loob ng bahay. And then sinasabi natin ngayon na you have to take responsibility because, as teachers and schools, hindi pa pwede kayo magpunta doon sa physical campus. Di ba? Interesting yung nangyari na parang, parents have to be parents again.
Yes. With the first teacher. Sila nga yung first teacher. So, balik na sila.
Na ibinigay nila sa inyo, tapos binalik ulit sa kanila. Nice, no? Maganda. But how many students do you have now enrolled?
It's not the same as what we usually have on campus. Syempre, we have 4 campuses. So, nade-divide yun. Ngayon, nag-consolidate kaming lahat. So, it's not even 100% of what we usually have. But we're hoping that as things settle and as parents start to realize na ito na talaga, ganito na for the next few months, that they'll trust us again and trust that. And I feel like, kasi syempre preschool lang kami, so yung inuuna nila yung mas matatanda, yung mga nasa elementary school na kids. So hopefully, after a while, may realize nila na, naman yung mga bata, the younger ones, they also need something to do.
Oo nga. Saka hindi mo na pwedeng sabihin na hindi sila gagamit ng gadget eh. Kasi these gadgets, they are the future as well na parang ganun, di ba? Oo.
Yeah. So we're trying to teach the kids how to use it safely, how to use it smartly, and yung classes namin, hindi siya yung recorded lang na nanonood lang sila. Di parang mag-play na lang sila ng YouTube, mas magaling pa mag-act yun. So, yung classes talaga namin is live, it's interactive, it's short increments of time lang. So, the most is 45 minutes, pero sa older kids na yun. Yung younger kids, 2s and 3s, 1s and 2s, mga 30 minutes lang siya. And it's interaction pa rin, social development, they're still playing, they're talking to each other, and it shows talaga na from the studies na ganun na format na they're still learning and na-develop yung language development of the kids in that kind of format.
I like it na nag-stick pa rin kayo dun sa identity ninyo as Playworks. I mean, when you started this traditional way and now that you are in technology. But I'm with you dun sa sinasabi natin na yung value na ibibigay ng Playworks is the same pa din ng value na binibigay ninyo offline. Di ba? In fact, dapat nagdagdag yata kayo ng tuition kasi nag-research ka pa, di ba? Hindi ka man biniyado sa research. Pag may nagtanong ng parents, bakit hindi ba? Online na lang naman. Ma'am, research, magkano? Saka yung retraining ng teachers, di ba? Hindi madali yun. Hindi madali yun. Titrain mo yung mga teachers mo. At dun sa ganong kabilis na na panahon. Turnaround. Sige. So, bago natin sila ma-convince na mag-enroll sa'yo, baka biglang dumami yung enrollees mo after TNC appearance. Magko-commercial muna tayo, Teacher Gabby. The big picture will return. Stay tuned.
every day. We need power every day. Are you ready?
Ready? Ready.
Beauty is power.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on the new channel. Still with me is the legendary Miss Universe.
May legendary naman yun.
Legendary na yan. Padagdag na padagdag. Buti dalawa lang yung gap commercial. Teacher Gabby Roa-Limjoco is founder ng Playworks Early Childhood Centers. 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 Okay, teacher, before we proceed, we move on, may announce lang ako na baka makalimutan ko, no? Wala ka namang kinalaman dito. Para malay mo in the future, magkaroon ka ng kinalaman. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite you to join the Philippine Association of Livestream Professionals. Please go to facebook.com/palp.ph. What we want to do here sa association na ito is to professionalize the live stream media industry this early. Yan, kumbaga maaga pa pero gusto na nating magkaroon ng konting standard in terms of live streaming dito sa Pilipinas because we believe that live stream is the new broadcast. Di ba? What can you say, teacher?
Baka nga kasama kami dyan, yung mga preschool class namin.
Diba? Sa halip na puro sila YouTube, di ba, papuntahin mo lang sa TNC, tapos sponsoran mo na lang yung show. Diba? Pag-usapan natin backstage. Seriously, because we are about to make this as a platform, yung TNC as an application, parang Netflix, na ang nakalagay ay yung mga show sa TNC. But anyway, game muna tayo, game. Di ba? Sabi mo game ka naman dun sa game.
Okay.
Okay, sige. So mabilis lang. Ang laro natin ay big or small. So if you prefer it to be big, you say big. If small, di small lang. Ha? So
Okay.
galingan mo teacher syempre yung mga bata dati pinapaglaro mo. So ngayon, para makabawi sila sa'yo, ikaw maglalaro big and small. Ayan. Milk tea.
Big. At hindi, pero big.
Kotse, car.
Big.
House?
Small.
Big, big yan eh.
I was gonna say big, pero kailangan mong linisin, small na lang.
Okay, sige. Family?
Big.
Banana?
Small.
Small? Credit limit?
Big. Huge.
Gigantic?
Yes.
Planet in the solar system?
Big.
Bed?
Big.
Wristwatch?
Big.
Handbag?
Small.
If heaven is if heaven is true, except from your family members and myself, sino gusto mong isama sa langit kung umaakit ka na ngayon?
Everybody.
Isa
Makakapasok
lang.
sila doon. Isa lang. Oh my gosh. Aside from my family and you, my partners in my school.
hindi makapag-drop ng meme. Nabanggit siguro si ano, sino maganda isama dito? Si Gas.
Family yan eh. Family kasi yan.
Family kasi ito.
Oo.
Picture mo, sino ba ang directress mo na hindi mo kamagana? Anyway, sige, basta ikaw na bahala magsama. Kung ikaw ay barbero, sinong artista ang gusto mong gupitan ngayon?
Yolo.
Oh,
And
talaga.
yun din.
Sige na nga. You are a gym instructor. Sinong political leader ang gusto mong i-train sa gym?
Instructor. The first person that came into mind is Duterte.
Okay, good luck. You were an astronaut. Sinong gusto mong isama sa outer space?
My husband.
Okay, one way lang ha. Isa lang ang pwede makabalik.
Siya pa din!
para plano mong iwan na. Ikaw lang babalik. Anyway, nanonood ba?
I don't know nga, I'm wondering.
I-check mo. Sa bagay, may replay, mapapanood pa rin. Hello, Sir Richie Cuna and Sir George Noel Winnicky, nanonood po sa atin, nakatune. Hindi ko lang napadaan lang siguro. Pero bili kayo ng Kurimi, saka mga Dunbur Remix, yan. Yun ang business nila. Saka Toke Tempura, kay Sir George Winnicky. Okay, final question. You have all the money in the world. Which company are you going to buy?
I just want to grow mine.
Okay,
I
so
need to buy another company.
you're buying your own business. Ilalagay mo lahat ng pera mo dun sa business mo. Okay, no problem. Sige. Okay, wala man akong objection. So, good. Okay, before I let you go, the question that I always ask my guest is, despite the things that are happening these days, what do you think is the big picture?
That, I don't want to say new normal because it's so gamit na. Pero, ito na yon, especially for kids. Yung workplace nila, in their future, hindi natin alam kung ano yun. Yung mga different job opportunities, ibang-iba na. So, we need to adjust. We need to adapt. Digital is going to be there. Yes, children still need a digital diet. Hindi sila dapat free for all. Pero, ito na yun eh. We have to go that way. And the skills that children need it's not only yung math and reading, writing. Hindi na lang yun yung important. They need to be creative. Kasi nga, hindi nila alam kung ano yung mga pwedeng work nila in the future. So they have to be creative. They have to be problem solvers. They need to be able to work with other people. They need to be able to communicate effectively. And that's what the future is going to be like. And things have changed from the past. Even if you look at the kitchen from the past, ibang-iba na yung itsura niya ngayon. Even yung mga workplace, iba na ngayon. And schools need to change too. Schools need to...
Yeah. Oo, tama. No? Kasi may nabasa ako, yung creativity is something na parang mabenta. In other words, if I'm going to hire, someone, parang ititest ko yung creativity niya. At hindi mo siya makukuha dun sa traditional education system, like nakabox sila dun sa isang particular curriculum, and they don't even consider yung paglalaro bilang part ng learning process.
Or
Ng mga bata.
parang natuto na yung mga kids in that kind of system, yung old way that we're learning, natuto na yung kids na makikinig lang sila and then hindi sila magka-question, they will just accept it as fact. So in our program, we make sure na we allow the children to question. We allow them to ask questions, to wonder, to find a way to answer their own questions. So we teach through projects kasi. So parang iisipin nila yung sagot nun. We're there as teachers to support them, to guide them, pero hindi namin binibigay yung answers kaagad. We allow them to explore and find a way. So that's what they need.
Yeah. Kasi ang traditional way of schooling is parang yung teacher and then tahimik kayo, makinig kayo, ganito yon. So, ngayon naintindihan natin sa Playworks na actually hindi pwedeng ganito. Better this way, but we empower. Ito siguro yung pinakang essence ng empowerment sa mga estudyante talaga, no? Allow them to think sarili nila, allow them to play and to work. Sige.
And you know what? I just have to say, even babies, from the moment they're born, they want to communicate and they want to take part. And the more you allow your babies to join in the conversation and to really try things and allow them to do things, mas lalong na-develop yung skill na yun. So,
sige. I'm taking note of that kasi meron akong paparating na baby.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Yes, you have to talk to
6 na kasi yung panganay. So, COVID baby ito eh.
Yan ang inaasahan ko. Yung mga COVID babies.
Huwag ka mag-alala, marami yan, teacher. Kala mo ba? Marami yan. Sabi ng OB namin, kasi marami nang nawala dahil sa COVID. So sabi ni Lord, may mga ipapalit naman siya.
Correct.
Oo, correct. Oo, sige. So, malamang sige nga, ipa-experience ko nga yung Playworks. May scholarship ba ako dyan? Apple, paka-record yung sagot.
Of course, yes. Online.
Okay. Online. Kasi yung 6-year-old ko, hindi yata kasha dahil grade 1 na siya.
Yeah.
Oo. Teacher Gabby, maraming salamat sa time. I appreciate it. Really, this is a fun discussion. I learned a lot. Very inspiring din kwento. And sana maging secretary ka ng Department of Education. Kailangan natin yung parang hindi. Ayun.
Sana kanila yung kami.
Oo nga eh. But anyway, sana i-adapt din nila doon sa public education system natin. This is very important. Hindi na pwede yung Jurassic way of teaching. Especially ngayon, nagugulat ako sa baby ko, napakaraming words na, alam mo parang nung bata ka, nung baby ka, parang, or nung kasing edad mo sila, hindi mo masasabi yung mga English words and then yung kanilang accent is a British English and things like that. Pag-uwi mo sa bahay, mayroon na sasabi sa'yo na parang, sino nagsabi sa'yo? Sino nagturo sa'yo niyan? And all they had to do is to go to YouTube and work on the gadget. But anyway,
Ganun sila kabilis.
So thank you so much, Teacher Gabby, for gracing our show tonight.
Thank you. Also, thank you for having me.
So playworks.com.ph, that's the website. Is there anything else you want to the viewers to go to? So Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, so we're more active on our Facebook and Instagram pages, but and all the information is there. And since classes are online, the beauty of it is you can sign up from anywhere in the world. And if you're living in the province, all you need is internet access, or not even, because we have our homeschool programs.
Yeah. Okay, so nag-open na kayo talaga, open borders na ito.
Yes.
Wow, so part ng strategy mas malaki na, hindi na lang yung sa isang, kasi physical dati yun. So ngayon, the world is your market now.
Correct.
Ay, ang saya-saya. Sige. Okay, hindi matatapos tong paalaman na to. Ganito sa Pilipinas, teacher, nagpaalam na pero hindi pa umaalis. Ha? So, thank you so much. Miss Gabby Roa, kailangan natin ilagay yon. Miss Gabby Roa-Limjoco is a founder of Playworks Early Childhood
Centers.
Centers. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you.
Alright, that is Teacher Gabby. Nag-enjoy ba kayo sa ating show ngayong gabi? Pwede na ako magtagalog. The Big Picture is presented to you by Puzzle Box BPO Inc., also sponsored by SNDC, Unisol, Luluran, Telepreneur, Step Back Creative Voices, PAPS, and PALP. I'm not going to see you tomorrow, so see you po sa Monday kasi bakante po ako ng Saturday and Sunday para makapagpahinga naman. But really appreciate your viewing for tonight. Ingat po kayo and enjoy the weekend. Maraming salamat. Inaasahan ko po yung Ernesto by Barber Boy na pumunta po sa aming tahanan para ako po ay gupitan na. Ernesto by Barber Boy! Yoo-hoo! Sige po, so enjoy your weekend ha. Maraming salamat. This is your host on The Big Picture, Lloyd Luna. Tutok po lagi sa TNC. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, The Marketplace, TNC Marketplace at 10 p.m. So stay tuned ha. Huwag kayong mawawala ha. Bye-bye!